What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Do we have some breaking news to talk about when it comes to the WBA lightweight division in the sport of boxing? Two updates when it comes to two petitions that were sent to the WBA coming from two different teams. One from Floyd Schofield Sr. and Floyd Schofield Jr. sending a petition to the WBA that they get an automatic title shot against Gervonta Tank Davis, who was the champion in recess. Let me take you back real quick, as fast as I can. Gervonta Tank Davis, WBA lightweight champion of the world, scheduled to fight against Jake Paul on Netflix November 14th. Now, that fight ends up getting canceled due to the allegations of Gervonta Tank Davis's ex-female, claiming that he went to the gentleman's nightclub, pulled her out, dragged her. We've seen the footage. It was true. The allegations weren't just allegations, ladies and gentlemen. Everything that she said actually happened in the video. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis, during the time when she had first made these allegations and everybody first heard about it, the Netflix fight got canceled. Gervonta Tank Davis was nowhere to be found. They get the U.S. Marshals involved. He goes on the run for about 2 weeks. The WBA decides to strip, or you can say place, Gervonta Tank Davis as champion in recess in the lightweight division. Gervonta Tank Davis, no longer champion. The WBA scrambling around, trying to figure out what to do. They mandate a fight between the #1 ranked WBA lightweight fighter in Floyd Schofield Jr. to face Lucas Body. Do you remember? They mandate this fight. But then we see the breaking news that Gervonta Tank Davis, who eventually ended up getting caught, posted bond, didn't even spend over 24 hours in jail, hit up the WBA and let them know that he is returning to the sport of boxing, that everything that's going down outside of the boxing ring isn't getting in the way of me coming back and fighting. So the WBA decides to reinstate Gervonta Tank Davis to full WBA lightweight champion once again. And Floyd Schofield Jr. and Sr. weren't having it. They weren't having it because their title fight versus Lucas Body for the vacant WBA lightweight strap gets turned to a non-title fight. And Floyd is like, what? What the hell? They take to their social media accounts, go on rants, and even was talking crap on Golden Boy Promotions. Was even talking about, if they can't get us the fights that we want, then why do we even need them? Right? This is all coming from Floyd Schofield Sr., by the way. He's the guy who runs Floyd Schofield Jr.'s social media accounts. But Floyd Schofield Jr. and his father sent a petition to the WBA to get the automatic title shot against Gervonta Tank Davis, not allowing him to do what he wants to do, which is make his return and fight against Isaac Pitbull CRUZ at 140 pounds. Gervonta Tank Davis sends his own petition to the WBA, letting him know that yes, he promises and confirms to come back down right after this fight that we're petitioning for. Basically a tune-up fight, a rematch and a fight that took place back in 2021 against Isaac Pitbull CRUZ, a fight that nobody wanted. I believe the WBA has accepted Gervonta Tank Davis's petition, will be fighting against Isaac Pitbull CRUZ due to Floyd Schofield Sr.'s tweet that he just posted, ladies and gentlemen, saying that Oscar De La Hoya, he thinks Oscar De La Hoya and the WBA are looking to give Floyd Schofield Jr. a tune-up fight before a world title fight. And I'm going to tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. The WBA and Oscar De La Hoya, who is the manager of Floyd Schofield Jr., has contacted Floyd Schofield Sr. and let him know this. That is why Floyd Schofield Sr. is telling everybody that they want his son, Kid Austin, to fight in a tune-up fight first before we give him a world title shot. Now, why would Floyd Schofield Jr. need a tune-up fight? Maybe due to the reason Gervonta Tank Davis's petition that got sent to the WBA has been passed, and they're gonna let this fight happen with Isaac Pitbull CRUZ instead of passing Floyd Schofield Jr. and Sr.'s petition to allow and force Gervonta Tank Davis to fight Floyd Schofield Jr. as of his next fight or be stripped of his title. You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Floyd Schofield Sr. just confirmed they are not fighting for the world title next and are now complying with the WBA, and Oscar De La Hoya seem to be content, saying, should we do it? Let's let the fans decide. You guys, ridiculous, man. Gervonta Tank Davis, I believe his petition got accepted. Floyd Schofield Jr.'s petition didn't get accepted, and now Floyd Schofield Jr. is forced to fight another tune-up fight, allowing Gervonta Tank Davis to fight against Isaac Pitbull Cruz. And then, once he comes back, because, you know, that's the whole reason why he signed a petition to the WBA, to be able to hold on to his WBA bout while he goes and fights at a different weight class, at 140 pounds, promising that he will come back next, back down to the WBA 135-pound division to defend his title, which will be against a fight against Floyd Schofield Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Now, the question is, will that go down? The WBA can do everything that they can to enforce this fight. As, you know, Gervonta is already petitioning to fight in an outside fight out of his weight class. So his next fight should be mandated to fight against the mandated fighter they want him to fight against, which is Floyd Schofield Jr. It's breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Floyd Schofield Jr. will not be fighting for a tune-up fight next. I mean, a world title fight next, and will be fighting in a tune-up fight next. Now, one more thing. Zuffa Boxing just made an announcement, ladies and gentlemen. They've got 2 events coming up, and I believe they are going to be Zuffa numbered events. But this time, they won't be taking place at the Meta Apex. They will not be taking place at the Apex. But we'll be heading to, they got one venue already named, the Chelsea at the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas. Yes. June 28th, Zuffa Boxing will be at the Chelsea at the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas. That fills up to, I believe, between 2,500 and 4,000 people, ladies and gentlemen. 3,000, 3,500 people. Could have a little crowd there for this boxing event by Zuffa Boxing on June 28th. And then they have another one coming. Another venue in Las Vegas that still has not been named yet. But July 12th, Zuffa Boxing will be putting on another numbered event that will not be at the Apex, ladies and gentlemen. That will not be at the original location that they've been having these Zuffa events, where it is super small, less than 1,000 people being able to fit there, which is a breaking movement, a breaking news movement in the world of Zuffa Boxing. Basically the first time that they're taking their numbered events to an actual different location, a different venue. You know, they got a couple that's supposed to be coming up in the UK. They got to deal with Sky Sports and everything with that. They signed fighters like Chris Billiam Smith. They got Conor Benn. They need to continue to stack their roster with more UK fighters to be able to get some of those UK crowds coming out when they do go to those UK venues. But it's breaking news, man. I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this. And I've got a pretty clear idea of who's going to be headlining June 28th and July 12th venue cards hosted by Zuffa Boxing. Zuffa Boxing numbered events. Richardson Hitchens, the former IBF junior welterweight champion of the world, making his 147-pound debut, looking to keep his name considered a high-level fighter, give himself respect at the Zuffa Boxing organization, put himself on the map, and try to become somebody. Richardson Hitchens could be headlining the Chelsea card at the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas. And if it's not him, then Edgar Berlanga, either one of these dudes could be fighting, headlining these venue events that Zuffa Boxing will be putting on. And to me, ladies and gentlemen, I love it, man. I love it. I love all boxing. I love everything. The fight that's going to be coming out between the Zone and TNT. You got Sky Sports is coming back in the game. ESPN putting on women's boxing. MVP, Matchroom, Queensberry, Golden Boy Promotions, Top Rank, Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, Oscar De La Hoya, all under the Zone banner. PBC, Al Heyman. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, boxing continues to grow and thrive, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. But let me know what you guys think. This is the MMA Boxing Addict channel bringing you the updates. I'm out.